And welcome back now. Bethvale Primary School in Bethelsdorp is one of many schools in Port Elizabeth which was not ready to open last week. PPEs for the school only arrived a day before schools opened and were not even half of the number required, and there were also no masks for staff or teachers. The school has not been cleaned or disinfected, and desks were not arranged for social distancing regulations. And since then, the school has been working around the clock to ensure that it would be ready to open today. Our reporter Lerato Fekisi, she's at this school as well, and about 20 kilometers from where you were when we spoke to you earlier. Lerato, good morning to you once again.
Good morning, Sakina. It really feels like deja vu because we were here a week ago and we were in the same position that we are today. I'll just let my colleague, SABC, Slengile, just show you that the classroom is still the same way that it was last week, Sakina. The classrooms are not ready. The desks have not been arranged to comply to social distancing regulations. The people that you see in shot right now is the SGB, who have taken a decision as a joint unit to decide that pupils at this school will not return to school today, because the school, as they put it, is not ready to open for the grade 7s today. Another issue, Sakina, here was the issue of teacher shortage, which is still a concern because 8 teachers of the grade 7s are of an age which is over the age of 60, and majority of them have got underlying issues. So there's also concern that these teachers, if schools were open today, these teachers probably not be allowed to attend school because they've got a medical certificate from a doctor which says that with their condition they cannot be at school during a pandemic. But joining me this morning is Belinda Brown, who is the SGB of the school. Tell us exactly what led to the school not opening this morning. Belinda, it feels like deja vu. We're here exactly at this time last week, and this specific class is still the same. What has the school done from the time we were here last week until now to prepare for the grade 7s?
Well, we have started, in fact, they have started sending out PPEs, not everything. Us as SGBs have still not received a survey as to what was promised to the school and what we still need. We also have been asked to assign an extra 4 people and deployed by the education department to give us a budget to pay them, but none have been trained for it. Also, we were just told on Friday that school's supposed to open up today and public works are not coming out at all. So once more, the system has failed us. We are waiting for public works to come and carry out their promises as such. They're supposed to come and train us. We have nobody to train. We are not trained at SGBs, and I think that it's even a bigger disaster now for us because we are faced with parents coming to the gate today with students, and we cannot open the school.
I'm aware that the principal was of the view that the school would actually open. Was that driven with the need because the pupils are lagging behind instead of academic support? And what led to the decision of you actually not opening while the principal saying perhaps it was time for the school to open?
Well, for now, we are definitely going to keep the school closed until the school is properly cleansed. And now it becomes a bigger challenge for us because we are sitting with the fact that if public works is not coming out to clean, we've got to take the onus on us. The principal and the teachers are working hand in hand with us. They are also trying as much possible to make up packages and ways of getting education out there. But then again, the problem is not everybody is on social media, so some of our children are still suffering. But yes, the school definitely will be closed until further notice and until we know that the school is safe. Our biggest challenge at the moment is the children that are being transported to the school. It is now the SGB's responsibility to go out there and speak to the transporters who bring the children, because even if the school is clean, our students still can't come into the school because we are not 100% certain. With regards to children come from the outside, if you go into the streets in our villages, you find that the children are playing on the streets without any masks. So most definitely we're going to have positive cases, and we can't be 100% sure, and we cannot guarantee that our children are going to be safe on the first day of school.
Belinda, we've seen in some schools, I think there's a school called Inyanga High School, where they just decided on their own to come together, SGBs and parents, and say, you know what, if government's not going to do it, then let's do our part as a school, use our budget to buy PPEs, to clean the school. Is there perhaps not a time now that schools can say, you know what, let's just be forefront and leaders and try our best to do our part, put our budget together to try and clean the school for the sake of the kids getting back to school? Is that perhaps a consideration you guys are considering going forward?
Lerato, that is actually why the SGB got together on Saturday to make this decision. We ourselves are going to take that as a priority. We have discussed it with the principal of the school to phone and find companies to come and clean our schools and fog our schools as such, and also take the responsibility further. Our parents are 100% with us, and together we are definitely going to make a difference.
Well, that was Belinda Brown, SGB here at Bethvale Primary School, saying that the school is going to remain closed until it is safe enough for pupils to come here. But just also saying, Sakina, that if push comes to shove, actually they're in the process now of putting plans into place to come together as the SGB, to come together as parents and say, you know what, if the government's not going to do it, if public workers say they're not going to come to the school, then let's come together as a school. Let's put our money together to make sure that our school is ready for the sake of the academic progress of the pupils at the school, because this school-specific, Sakina, is in Bethelsdorp, in a gangster-inflicted area. So if kids here don't go to school, they will be on the streets and then become victims at a young age of gangsterism. So it is paramount that the school go back to academic activity, but more paramount that safety is also guaranteed. But for now, let's go back to you in studio.
Oh, thank you so much, Lerato Fekisi. It's 2-0 in the Eastern Cape from the schools that we have visited this morning. 2 schools, 0 opening. Leanne, and of course, as we had promised,